Because if you look at Angel Reese, she already has 7 and 9. She's already getting close to a double-double. She's used to getting double teams. She's used to triple teams, and she's used to contact. And so sometimes when you see her, like, wait, what's coming? You want to look over your shoulder. But she settled into the game well. And what I like is she's been such a great mentor also to Medina Okada. I believe Medina Okada has 6 points, 6 rebounds as well. There's no one better to learn from when it comes to being a beast on the boards than Angel Reese.
Reese leaking out, finds her, and Reese will fire a 3. Hit, Reese left alone. Reese gets the stressed out watching her attempt it. For more on these games, please go to WNBA.com or visit the WNBA app. Take it to her, Reese, the footwork, couldn't finish it. Okada keeps it alive. The game, the floor game overall.
What an embarrassment. What an absolute embarrassment. ESPN's coverage of this toxic turd of a league, it is more embarrassing than this never-ending burn on my lip that just refuses to go away. Allow Uncle KC to give you some valuable advice. Don't ever get so excited to eat your mother's cooking that the food burns your lip, especially if you're on camera every day, because this damn thing is taking forever to heal. Ironically enough, this burn on my lip, it shares a commonality with Women's Sports Sunday on ESPN. Besides the fact that both are embarrassing, they're also temporary, because yesterday was the final edition of Women's Sports Sunday. My inside sources are telling me that executives at ESPN are celebrating. I know for damn sure viewers are celebrating. Hell, ESPN's audience has been telling Monica McDougal and Shanae Agwumike for months to get off my TV. Last week, ESPN featured another high-profile matchup in the WNBA dump for Women's Sports Sunday. It was the Golden State Vikings against the LA Sparkles. Listen to this collection of mainstream stars. Chance Gray.
Who?
Ray Burrell.
Who?
Eric Wheeler.
And who?
Who wouldn't want to watch these famous athletes while they present the illusion of basketball? Apparently, America didn't want to watch because Viking Sparkles only drew 810,000 viewers. It's not hard to figure out why ESPN is dumping the WNBA on Sundays to make room for the Little League World Series. Not only would prepubescent boys be favored by triple digits in a game of basketball against the so-called elite athletes in the WNBA, the Little League World Series, it also doubles the audience of the average pretend basketball game on ESPN not featuring Caitlin Clark. ESPN dumping the WNBA for Pee Wee baseball, it's business, and it's smart business. Plus, coverage of the Little League World Series, it is a hell of a lot less embarrassing because ESPN's coverage of the WNBA, it is the very definition of polishing the turd. As you saw in the opening clip, ESPN spent the entire day yesterday trying to convince us that Angel Reese is a professional basketball player. They tried to convince us that Angel Reese is the most dominant player in the league. Problem is, we have eyes, and no one, and I mean no one, believes it. Before I explain how ESPN is contributing to damaging the career of Angel Reese, let's get to the sponsor for today's video, my good friends at Sugar Mountain Trading. Mark is one of my longtime viewers. For 34 years, he worked as a warehouse manager at a distribution center for a grocery store chain. Once he got into his 50s, after 34 years of physical labor, Mark developed pain in his shoulder and lower back. Like most dealing with pain, Mark was having difficulty sleeping until he heard Uncle Casey mention the CBD from Sugar Mountain Trading. Back in June, Mark purchased his first bottle of CBD lotion from Sugar Mountain. The random flare-ups of pain, no longer a constant source of stress because the CBD completely alleviates it. If his shoulder starts bothering him, Mark applies some of the CBD lotion and the pain magically disappears. There is a reason Sugar Mountain Trading has been with me here on the channel for the last 2 years. My audience consistently buys their CBD because, well, it works. If you are dealing with constant pain, I cannot think of a better investment for your own comfort. What do you have to lose? Start controlling your pain today by clicking the link in the description or the pinned comment below. Use my promo code BTL25, BTL25. Receive 25% off your first purchase with Sugar Mountain Trading. You know, I almost feel bad for Angel Reese. Keyword, almost. I would feel bad for her if she refused to believe the lie that she is a star player. According to ESPN yesterday, have you seen this heavenly angel? Wowzer! She's breaking records. Angel Reese is the best player in the league. This young woman is a huge star. Yesterday afternoon, Uncle Casey did something that he has not done all summer. I committed myself to watching all 4 quarters of Angel Reese basketball. I guess someone tipped off the Atlanta Dreamers that Uncle Casey committed himself to watching the entire game because they decided to punish me by going into overtime. 4 quarters of incredibly bad basketball. That was not enough. I was exposed to this toxic turd for an additional 5 minutes. In the handful of WNBA games that I have watched this season, I've noticed this pattern. There are some really good players in this league. Alicia Gray, phenomenal player. She is the real star in Atlanta. Obviously, Caitlin Clark is amazing. Kel Mitchell, who was a child star in the 90s on Kenan and Kel on Nickelodeon. Kel Mitchell, great player. The problem for the WNBA, they don't have enough decent players to make it compelling. They don't have enough skilled players to make these games interesting. I should not be consistently laughing while watching professional basketball, but it's hard not to laugh when ESPN is pretending that these are the best athletes on the planet and multiple players are struggling to make a routine layup. This shot is made 99 times out of 100 in the NBA. Amateurs at the high school level, they're making this shot 80, maybe even 90% of the time. In the WNBA, they're barely hitting the rim. For 3 hours yesterday, I watched ESPN polish the turd. For 3 hours, I listened to ESPN as they tried to convince me that Angel Reese is an elite basketball player. Now, to her credit, Angel Reese is an elite pretender. On paper, she looks great. But when you actually watch, it is abundantly clear that Angel Reese has no idea what the hell she's doing. This is year 3, and Angel Reese has not developed. And ESPN isn't doing her any favors by casting Angel Reese as a star player. Because the reality is, Angel Reese is a role player. Angel Reese is equivalent to Sophie Cunningham. But the difference between Angel and Sophie Cunningham knows she is not a star player, while Angel Reese keeps trying to convince us that she is a star. I noticed something while watching this pretend basketball game yesterday. When Angel Reese is playing her role, when she is rebounding, me-bounding, and playing defense, she looks comfortable. Everything looks natural. But as soon as she steps outside of that role, when she is attempting to dribble and walk at the same time, when she is bringing the ball up the court or attempting some of the ugliest threes that I have ever seen, it's robotic. You can tell that Angel Reese is overthinking. Wide open, must shoot three, grabbed, rebound, must dribble and put one foot in front of the other. Going into halftime, Angel Reese had taken 10 shots. Once again, she had the same number of points as missed shots, which was 7. I guess that's improvement because Angel Reese normally has more missed shots than she does points. There is absolutely no justification for Angel Reese to take 10 shots in 2 quarters. In her last 4 games, Angel Reese is shooting 29% from the field. For the season, she is shooting 41% from the field, 14% from 3. And you gotta remember, most of her field goal attempts, they are within feet of the basket. 30% of her shots are taken in the paint, and she's only making 46% of those shots. In men's basketball, Angel Reese would not make a Division III team, but in the WNBA, she's considered to be one of the best players in the league? Do you understand how bad that makes the WNBA look? This is one of your best players? This is one of your stars? No wonder the on-court product is the drizzling shits. And the thing is, Angel Reese could be an effective player. What she's doing right now, what she's done for the last 3 years, that is not effective. Angel Reese should not be taking 15 shots a game. That's way too many. Angel Reese should be taking more like 5 shots a game. If she would embrace her role, if she would focus on rebounding, me-bounding, and defense, Angel Reese would be an excellent role player. Dennis Rodman had a Hall of Fame career as a rebounder. Draymond Green will likely be inducted into the Hall of Fame as an effective role player. Uncle Casey, Draymond Green's not a role player. Dre's a star. Go look at the Warriors' record when Steph Curry and Klay Thompson were injured. Go look at their record when Draymond Green was leading that team. They sucked. Now, to his credit, Draymond Green recognized almost immediately that he's not going to be a star player. He found his role, he found where he could contribute, and he maximized his strengths. He knew the offense was built around Steph Curry. Problem with Angel Reese: she wants to be the focal point. She wants the team to be built around her. How'd that work in Chicago? 2 years with Angel Reese, the Chicago Bravado couldn't win a damn game. How do you build a team around a player who lacks the fundamentals? Angel Reese has awful footwork, awful handle. She is awful under pressure, which is why she struggles to make routine layups. After watching that game yesterday, I understand Caitlin Clark fans' frustration with Steph White. The Indiana Clarks, they were double, sometimes triple teaming Angel Reese. Why? Why are you double teaming a player who can't make a shot? Angel Reese has allowed herself to be miscast. She's in a role she is not qualified to be in. If she would swallow her pride and allow herself to be a role player, Angel Reese would be viewed completely differently. Hell, she might even be respected. But because she wants to be perceived as a star, Angel Reese is critiqued as a star. And Angel Reese isn't even the star player on her own team. Sound off in the comments below. I'll see you guys later.